will be on at 11:05. I see you, Paul. Good morning, Paul.
Hey, good morning. Good morning.
Oh, sorry that we are late. The host went to church today, so I saw the co-host had to start. Plus, I've been doing Sunday cooking. You know how that is with Sunday cooking.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Man, you be having the meals looking good, man. I be like, oh man, I gotta
Oh,
get the
look,
recipe.
let me tell you something. Now, that's one thing. My father passed on to me, and shout out to my wife and my mother, who, my mother passing away. Man, they put a number on me. You know what I'm saying? So I just, I'm a Creole Indian. I always talk about my Creole side. Creole Indian man, and that just love Louisiana. You know how we are. You know
Yeah,
how we get
yeah,
down, man.
yeah.
Yeah, that's how we get down. It's so great, man. This is a beautiful, beautiful Sunday. And I don't know if you guys noticed, if you are in the South, that we are getting some beautiful weather. It is changing. You can tell October is in. October is in. And it's a great day. I mean, I'm outside doing the podcast, sitting on the porch. Okay, so it is beautiful out here in South Mississippi.
Yeah,
Of course, you guys know I'm from New Orleans, but I live in South Mississippi. Shout out to Dank. Dank is in the house. Dank is in the house. I can see you in the chat. Um, we got, yeah. It's football weather, y'all. It's football weather. It's great to know that the Saints are not in New England during December. Okay, we don't want to be in New England during November. Being in New England during this December, because we do know that it gets real cold out there on that part of the that part of the time planet. You know what I'm saying? So the United States, but as far as I'm concerned, there's no excuses. I'm not going to make excuses for our quarterback. I'm not going to make
yeah,
excuses for our offensive line. I'm not going to make excuses for Dennis Allen. I'm not going to make excuses for the main person who I held responsible for all of this pain, and that's Pete Carmichael. Pete Carmichael, if you do not get the Saints in the end zone, and I'm not talking once, I'm talking about on consistency. If you do not get the Saints, you have to step down, man. And if you don't step down, you know, I know your job is on the line, Dennis Allen. I know your pride, and this one of the things I want to talk to you about, Paul, is the fact that
uh-huh.
I don't think Dennis Allen had anything to do with Pete Carmichael staying as the offensive coordinator. I really believe that when you have Mickey Loomis and you have this organization with Gail Benson, they tried to keep a little bit of Sean Payton behind. And
Right.
sometimes we may look at it on the outside. We may sit there and say, well, Dennis Allen, Dennis Allen, Dennis Allen. But Dennis Allen was able to, they let him last year be able to, he kept some of Sean Payton's assistants. he didn't really want to do that. I mean, the man didn't get a chance to actually have his staff, and I don't think that's fair. And on
Right.
the defensive side of the ball, you could see that he was able to put some of his programming in. And I think that Ronald Curry is a guy who hasn't been with the Saints that long, but he's been the quarterback coach for the last 2 years, 2 years. And he's been doing an outstanding job as far as a young guy learning. He was the Mobile. He worked in Mobile as they had him coaching the Mobile Alabama, All-Star team. And then he went down in the last preseason game. They had him as the offensive coordinator. So I think Ronald Curry, they're pushing in that way. What you think?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. They got to. You right. They wasn't fair to Dennis. You got to let the man get his own staff, and let him. You got to let Sean Payton go, man. He gone.
You gotta
You know
let
what
it
I'm
go,
saying?
man. Them Super
He
Bowl,
gone.
the Super Bowl days are gone, man. You,
Yeah,
you know
that's
what I
it.
ask you, Paul? Paul, let me ask you a question. You know, there was an organization called the Philadelphia Eagles,
Uh
and
huh.
they fired a Super Bowl winning coach, Doug Peterson, who's the Jacksonville Jaguars coach right now.
Right. Right.
What?
Right.
I want to know why we still living on one Super Bowl. How you doing,
And
Chris?
then, hey, check this out. Check this out too. Like that the game, the play calling and stuff from Sean Payton. They on that, bro. All that little sharp pass and stuff. They gonna shut that down, bro. They done seen that a million times. It
They
might
seen
work
it a
at first.
million times, man.
It's gonna work at first. It look good, but then after you done seen that 100 times, you gonna shut that down, man. You gotta come up with something new, man.
Yeah,
You gotta be
and if I see
creative, man.
Carmichael, I wouldn't want to go down like that. I
Right,
would not want to go down knowing that everybody is looking at me, and I'm the because that Pete didn't want the job. Let's just be honest. Pete
right,
did not. They begged him to get the job, and it was not Dennis Allen. It was Loomis. I'm telling y'all, and I love
right.
me some Loomis. Don't get me wrong. Loomis do a great job with numbers and all that. He needs to
Yeah,
stick to that. But as far as football go, we got to, there's something that the owner Gal don't know. At we got to leave the past behind. And I know it's easy to sit there and say Derek Carr and Jameis Winston. You can say these quarterbacks. We can sit there all we want. I don't think Jameis Winston fit Peyton's system.
nah,
I don't believe that when Jameis, I didn't think he got a fair try with Sean Payton. I believe that Sean Payton was policing Jameis Winston. You were 5-2 with Jameis Winston, and Sean Payton never gave that man an opportunity to open up the offense. Never gave that man an opportunity to basically sling that rock. And that's
right,
where I hold Sean Payton accountable for what he did to Jameis Winston, because that's where I was telling people before. I said I'm not a person who's gonna look to 5 wins. I'm not a 5 win guy. 5-2, and what Teddy Bridgewater did when he was 5-0. Well, as soon as Teddy got that damn job with became the quarterback, got a full-time job, he went to the Carolina Panthers. We saw the real Teddy Bridgewater. When he went down to the Denver Broncos, we saw the real and he got another job with the Miami Dolphins. We saw the real Teddy Bridgewater. So I'm not a 5-0 guy. I want to see a thing of consistency, because even if you want to go with numbers and records, I mean Taysom Hill has a better record than all of them. I mean he's 8-2 as a starter, and we know he's not a quarterback. So sometimes we get very comfortable with watching things in a limited basics. I like to see a full aspect of the game into that. And I think what's going on. And before I give it up to the host, it's great to see him coming in. And one of the things I would like to say is I really believe that Mickey Loomis is the fault. I believe Mickey did not want to get rid of Sean Payton's assistant, who has been with the organization. Mickey Loomis has been with Pete Carmichael as long as he has been with Sean Payton. So he has dreams of this offense being similar to Sean Payton. It's not. It's not. These skilled
right,
players are not fit for that system. We have a different type of skill players. We need vertical game more than the short game. This is a let it be known. This is not Drew Brees, okay? And we got to let that Drew Brees. I love Drew Brees, but we got to let Drew Brees go, and we have to let Sean Payton go, and we have to let Pete Carmichael go. And I'm looking at a guy who I'm favoring, and I like this kid, the Ronald Curry, who's been with the team for the last 3 years or two. And Ronald Curry, you could tell that they developing him. He went off. He went on over to Alabama for a Mobile game, and then he also was the offensive coordinator for the last preseason game. So I think that they're moving into that direction. You can see Pete Carmichael is uncomfortable, even in interviews. He just don't even see he has no clue. He has no clue, and he's laughing, and he just don't know. And that's a guy that's like, man, I don't want this shit. I don't want to be on in the public view. I don't want this. Okay, so put Pete back to where he was in the background. I don't mean fire Pete. Pete is wisdom. If anybody think Pete can't coach football, then you're a dumbass. He didn't been in the NFL that long to not know football. It just means he's not an offensive coordinator. It doesn't mean the man can't coach football. Some guys are made to be in the background, and some guys are made for leadership. And Pete is and Pete Carmichael is not the guy. So I'm gonna turn this over to the host of the Baddest Sports Show podcast, the one and only EJ Gagne. Go ahead.
What's going on, fellas? This morning, how y'all doing,
What's
man?
up, bro?
Man, it is another Sunday, and we talking about replacing our offensive coordinator, man. Look, I'm gonna tell y'all that changes are about to be made. Pete Carmichael, I'm gonna be honest with y'all. As soon as today, if he doesn't do well with his play calling today, I'm hearing that the Saints are looking to cut him loose. So as far as that situation goes, Dad hit it kind of on the head with it. Some dudes are just meant to be in the background. Pete Carmichael has always been the guy, that's been behind, the doors. He's never been the head guy as far as being offensive coordinator, calling the plays, and being able, in front of the media and all that. You can tell he's just a quiet, nervous guy. And I agree. I think he can't be just in the NFL for all these years and not know football. I mean, he knows some type of football. The problem is, y'all, is just you know I think the moment is too big for him. And that's okay sometimes. So going forward, if we can go ahead and get us, if he doesn't go ahead and handle his business today, and we're gonna find out a lot about who he is today, and if he can get things, figured out offensively today. But if he can't get it figured out, I know Dad brought up Ronald Curry and everything. I'm not really too psyched about Ronald Curry and everything like that. But I'm looking for the Saints to really make a major change at offensive coordinator. Um, and also too, there could be even more changes than just the offensive coordinator position. You can look at Doug Marrone in that offensive line. They could be looking at that too, getting rid of that. So and speaking of the offensive line, there was almost a point where James Hurst wasn't gonna play in this football game. He's active today. Just to let y'all know that too. And let me name some more inactives and actives today. Real
EJ, have
quick.
you dropped the link? I need you to drop the link in the chat.
It's already in the chat. It's
Okay.
already in the chat.
For those who just coming in, oh EJ, I'm not saying fired Pete Carmichael now. I said if he has a game today like he has had. I just
Oh
wanted to
yeah,
let you know.
I didn't
Yeah, I
say
didn't say now. I
I
just
didn't
said if
say
the
I didn't say
motion.
fire him right now, but I'm telling you what I'm hearing. Ian Rappaport has reported, that in house, they're talking about, if he doesn't do as good as soon as today, we talking about if he doesn't play call well in today's game, he could be gone by next game.
Could y'all mute your
So
mic? You gotta mute your mic because we
yeah,
not getting good clarity. We not getting. We gotta hear the host, y'all.
yeah, mute y'all mics real quick. But yeah, as soon as today, if he doesn't call a good game today, he could be gone by next game. So I'm I'm not sitting there trying to push him out the door, but that's what it looks
Hey,
like.
hey, guess what? They're listening to the fans. I
Yeah.
told you, don't act like y'all think Dennis Allen and them people not listening to y'all. They are
Hmm.
hearing this national watch. When you heard Lance Moore come out publicly and state that Lance Moore is a former Saint.
Yeah,
Lance Moore called for the demotion. He said, I love Pete Carmichael. Played under Pete Carmichael. When he came out publicly, and when Alvin came out publicly, that's telling you that they are not happy. So I'm telling you, this dude don't move this offense. All of you fans, everything that you guys been screaming for is coming to pass. You don't have to, no, you don't have to say nothing, fans. It's coming. Go ahead.
yeah. I'm be honest too, y'all. Look now. Dennis Allen don't got no choice at this point, too, y'all. Y'all forgetting about. I know he didn't immediately, make the fire, right after the game, like everybody wanted and everything. But he notices the pressure is on him too. He's got to make changes too because he's gonna be the next one in line. Y'all gonna be screaming,
Sure
to get
is.
rid of. So
He's going out
y'all
with the
don't
ship.
y'all don't think these guys are hearing this and hearing the scrutiny and hearing, hey, we want these guys going and everything. They hearing this, So at this point, things about to be changed and everything. But my question to Saints fans is, when changes do come, when they're gonna come,
And they coming.
when changes do come, can you handle going through the process? That's gonna be the thing because I hear a lot of y'all saying, let's go ahead and just fire somebody. Okay, that's cool and all, and we can go to somebody new, but there's a process to that. These players got to get acclimated to that new person. It all going. It just don't. You don't sit there and just start winning games because you got a new person in house. Okay, I want y'all to know as Saints fans, because a lot of y'all haven't played sports before and everything. I want y'all to know that doesn't work like that. Okay, when it comes down to sports, doggone, there's adjustments to a lot of this stuff.
Somebody
So
said somebody said Joe Brady is available. I don't want Joe Brady. I want Eric Bieniemy.
I
Eric
think,
Bieniemy. If we're going to talk about coaches, if he's talking about offensive coordinator, I don't mind that. But what
oh
has
yeah,
Joe Brady? What have Joe Brady done in the NFL? He was the offensive coordinator for the Carolina Panthers. He did not look good. If I'm
yeah,
going to go offensive coordinator, it got to be in house. It has to be Ronald Curry. You are not going to go out and get a guy who don't know this offensive scheme. I would not go with no Joe Burrow. I'm going with the black guy. Y'all wanted a black guy, you get one.
yeah. Look,
It's amazing to me.
as far as Joe Brady goes, look, Joe Brady, I'm gonna be honest with y'all. When he had that success at LSU, because I kind of know why y'all trying to say Joe Brady. Joe Brady had that success at LSU because he was stealing plays from the Saints playbook. I don't know if y'all noticed that, but he was using plays from the Saints playbook from Sean Payton's playbook. Okay, you don't want nobody who's using somebody else's playbook, and then you can see when he was in the NFL and he was with the Panthers, and yes, we know the Panthers weren't any good at all and everything, but he didn't have his success over there in Pantherland. Okay, I don't want to run that story back in New Orleans and use somebody that is using Sean Payton's system and everything. I'm good on that. Okay, let the Saints do it the right way. Let the Saints go ahead and figure these things out the right way and really get the right guy. Don't sit there and just put anybody in there, just because you want that person in there. I wish, Dank, you correct with this comment. Hey, they should have hired Eric B. I've been saying it from the beginning, log on with during the Dennis Allen process. I know it seemed good because Dennis Allen was in house, and then, like I said, I'm not sitting there trying to knock no Dennis Allen or nothing like that. He's been a great defensive coordinator. He's called great defensive games, but as far as head coach, he just hasn't sold me yet. So I always said the Saints need to get away from being so much in house. Okay, stop worrying about what you did with Sean Payton. Stop worrying about what you did with Drew Brees. These guys are gone. Okay, you gotta go ahead and create your own new system now. Create your own new legacy now. Eric B would have been a great start for that. Moving a new direction, a new era. It's too many times I'm seeing in the Saints front office we scared to go ahead and start new. We're regenerating the same old people, man. I hate that.
So we'll
But
talk about that if Dennis Allen get fired because it's too premature. It's 2-2. But we do know it's more possible to have offensive coordinator moved than head
yeah,
coach right now. Okay,
Yeah.
so that's that. So if we're gonna move, if we're gonna talk about offensive coordinator, I don't know. Do you guys agree we should give Ronald Curry a shot, who knows the team, knows the system, rather than go outside of the organization in the middle of the season? You do not go outside of of this team in the middle of the season. What you think about that, Larry?
The way I see it, the proof is in the pudding. Actually,
No, I asked you a question about if you're going to if you're going with a new
He
offensive
answering. He
coordinator.
answering.
I,
if we
I'm
go,
I'm asking you a question. If you're going with a new offense coordinator, I don't think it's okay to go outside to get a Joe Brady when you get the guy that you already have who know the system in around a Curry. Who would you rather? Would you go outside in the middle of the year to go get somebody when you got somebody right in camp? That's the question. Go ahead, brother.
not because what you gonna do? You gonna crash your whole offense down trying to learn somebody else's new system. You go with
Exactly.
somebody that's already there. Because the problem is with Pete Carmichael is not the design of the plays; it's the plays that he's calling. You know what I'm saying? So you got
Yeah.
to get somebody that can get into a groove and keep the offense flowing. Because he'll call like two good plays and then you scratching your head like, why the hell did he call that?
Yeah.
So Pete is really not a play caller, and I've been saying that. Like he been hiding behind Sean Payton for so long. The last 2 years he been exposed. We looking at the
Well,
exact same thing.
Dank
We look
said the only way to get rid of Sean Payton guys is to get rid of. But the reason why I say I keep bringing up Ronald Curry. Curry was not amongst wasn't he didn't spend no time with Sean Payton. Ronald Curry came
he
in
did.
with came after Sean Payton. Matter of fact, that's the reason why he was only had 1 year and he was just on the sideline. He was learning, but he's not a long time Sean Payton guy, y'all. He's not a he's a guy. He has been around the NFL and around the Curry. I think he learned his state in the with the Raiders. So what you if y'all can educate me on Ronald Curry, but he's not a guy that came with this that's been a long time Saints guy. Go ahead, Larry.
I think he was our quarterbacks coach under Sean
Yeah,
Payton, if I'm
quarterbacks
not
coach. That,
mistaken.
yeah, he
But
never had but 1 year. I thought he hasn't been around. He hasn't
but
been
but
around that long with Sean Payton.
but now we can give him his audition. Now, if he don't pan out this
Right.
season,
That's what.
then then then
That's
then, then,
correct.
then I agree with you said about Mickey Loomis. Mickey Loomis, he just got to suck it up and say, look, we got a clean house. We got to come with a whole clean
Right.
slate.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Everybody attached to Sean Payton guy. I don't care if it's the damn strength coach. I don't care. I don't care if it's the water boys.
Right. You
Anybody
got to
attached to Sean
start
Payton
over.
got to go. You
Yeah.
got to wipe that slate clean and let somebody come in there. Because if you keep them holdovers, if they come in with their stuff, it's gonna be division on the inside because you got people used to doing what they've been doing.
Now
Look.
So
we got now look for the people who in the chat. We don't want to talk like the season over with, okay? Because that
But
was I am not going to talk like other podcasters who have given who been out here crying. Now these other podcasts been acting like it's over with, like some of these fans. It's 2-2, and they just said hell with it. So I'm not going to do that over here. But go ahead, EJ.
oh yeah, look. That's a great point too. Is we're just 2-2 now. Let's not
Yeah, I
overreact
mean
like
13
it's
games left.
right, like it's game 8 or game 9 or game 10 in the season. All right, but I'm gonna say this too, y'all. Um, during this, look, we still in the middle of the season. Okay, it's game 5. Okay, you can't, or clean slate right now. There's no possible way you can clean slate going while these games going on right now. It's gonna be too late by the time you trying to go ahead and get them to try to learn that new system and
And you ain't
everything.
gonna find the
Okay,
right guy anyway, EJ. You go
right,
first of all, they're on other people's teams. You
right,
who you gonna take in the middle of the season and get
Eh,
them to the Saints? That's what
exactly.
people are under contract. That's why I keep telling Saints fans. Some of you guys are just I don't know, and I'm not talking about these people on the panel, these brothers who here and have
Yeah,
great understanding. We I be talking about emotional people who not understanding the
yeah,
football aspect of
yeah,
how you
yeah.
got to do. You cannot right now. We got to deal with Dennis Allen and his crew. As other than the changes of offensive
Like
coordinator,
like
you
I
got to
said
deal
though,
with it.
if we gonna, like I said, if we get rid of Pete Carmichael at this game, let's just say he does bad this game, we get rid of him. The most logical thing to do for the Saints is just go in house and go get
In-house
Ronald
promote.
Curry. Yeah, and promote Ronald Curry. That's the smartest thing they can do. Okay, now if you talking about next season and beyond, that's a different story.
That's
You
a
can
different
start new.
story.
You can start new. But as far
And
as
Chris, here go Chris, bringing up John Gruden. John Gruden is not coming. Listen, I want y'all to be realistic. John Gruden is suing the NFL. He only did that what he did, brother. He only did what he did is that's not nothing that he's not going to stand in as a coach. It was just an advisory. Right now, John Gruden is going through so much with the NFL that there's no way in the world the NFL is going to allow the Saints to hire him. And if they do, it's going to be like a Sean Payton situation. Everybody's gonna be against us. They're gonna do all kinds of stuff to the Saints. No, we don't want no John Gruden as the offensive
I, I,
coordinator
I think
of
I
this
see what
team.
you're saying though. That John did bring the best out of Derek when he was,
He did. I'm
there.
not.
He
That's
did.
realistic.
Yeah.
But
But
I'm not. You can't bring John Gruden here.
yeah, yeah. The only reason why you can't bring, John Gruden in here is his scrutiny. That's too much, media scrutiny around. You don't want that around your team and everything. And we already got enough going on with, Pete Carmichael and trying to get rid of him and everything with the media. So, we don't need none of that going on or anything, man. But let's talk about y'all our matchup today, the Patriots, man. I want to kind of get into them, y'all. The Patriots, they're kind of looking like us right now. This is kind of feels like for them a must-win game for them too. Okay, so don't think they're not trying to come in this game and try to get a win. Okay, so this is gonna be a tough sledding game. This is not gonna be a game where we are expected to blow this team out. I don't expect to blow out the Patriots. Okay, especially when Bill Belichick is the head coach of the Patriots. Okay, we're gonna have to come with our A game, and I like I said, the pressure is on Pete Carmichael. You got to call a good game today. If you don't, hey, we gonna move on from you. Okay, it just is what it is. It's plain and simple. Okay, defensively, I want to see them get better today. I think last game against the Buccaneers, that was probably the worst we played this season as far as the defensive side of the football. Okay, I need to see the defense I seen the first couple of games of the season this year. Hump, give me your take on what you looking forward to see today.
Well, damn. Okay, bro. I was just wondering if I was gonna be able to get a word in, Dad. Um, like I was saying, I was the one that made the comment about Joe Brady. And as far as for y'all talking, you know, well, the Sean Payton offense, we still running the Sean Payton offense. You think Pete Carmichael was calling all those plays? So like I'm saying again, he's got his playbook from Sean Payton. As far as for Ronald Curry, he's not ready yet, bro. You can't count two preseason games, bro, and he's a starting offensive coordinator. What's up, bro? So I mean, and bro, and the sad thing about it is that you don't have nobody to call the plays if you get rid of Pete Carmichael right now, but Ronald Curry or possibly Doug Marrone. That's the only two that we got in house that can actually call offensive plays. So I mean, and bruh, where do we go from here? And as far as for Joe Brady stealing the plays from Sean Payton, I mean, Joe Brady was on the staff, dog. You know what I'm saying? For a number of years. Granted, he didn't have no major, position, but at the same point, he was on that staff. So basically, he wouldn't be changing the playbook up no more than what it already is. So I'm gonna shut up and I'm gonna listen.
Paul, you got any thoughts today on this game coming up today? What you looking forward to see, man?
I'm trying to. All right. So I'm trying. First of all, I'm trying to see what weapons we gonna use against Belichick. Like because Belichick he like to take away your number one and two options. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna have
Yeah,
to be creative on offense. We got to open it up a little bit. Take some shots, man. You know what I'm saying? All this
yeah,
underneath 2-3 yard throws. I'm sick of seeing that, bro. That ain't gonna work. You know what I'm saying?
right.
Let Carr get in there and take some shots because I see a lot of heat been on Carr, bro. And honestly, all it's really not his fault with the plays they call him for real. You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying? And you can't put it all on Carr and say, look what he did when you're not giving him the opportunity to do anything else. You know what I'm
right,
saying? I
right,
mean,
right.
you got to open up the playbook, man. I know they got He might be calling Sean plays, but Sean got some plays in there too that'll open up the field too. You got to
Mm-hmm.
call them plays, man.
Mm-hmm.
And on the defensive side, I think we'll be all right on defense today. I mean, I don't think they really got too many enough weapons to do anything against our defense. I
Yeah.
see we made a couple roster moves today. Uh,
Yeah, I was in the middle of telling y'all that. My bad. I'm glad you brought that up,
yeah,
Paul.
yeah.
At Perry was inactive. Lonnie Johnson is inactive. Landon Young, Andrews Pete, Jawan Johnson, and Kyle Phillips are all inactive today. And like I said, James Hurst is ready to go. Thank God, because we are. Well, I don't know if y'all noticed, but we are pretty thin right now at the guard position. These boys are first of all, they already ain't playing their best, but they they're injured, so that's if that puts any more strain on us, but I really think I like what you said though, Paul, about you can't really put it too much on Derek. We haven't really seen what Derek can really do yet. I'm gonna be honest through these 4 games, because the offensive line has not given him time, and this play calling system is has not been good as well. So we haven't really seen what this offense can really be yet. I haven't seen it, quite yet. Um, Pete, this is Pete's chance right here. You can, I think this is a defense, that the Patriots have that you can exploit. They ain't a top 10 defense in the NFL. Doggone, you can exploit this defense. This ain't as hard as or a 49ers defense or something. You can manage this game, Pete Carmichael. You can do this. It all going. It's just up to you at this point. And defensively, like I said, the Patriots, they had, sat down Mac Jones last game. So I'm looking for Mac Jones to really try to play his best football. But as far as their weapons, I don't see too many weapons that they have to where they really gashing us or anything. So the defense, like I said, the defense has to step up, and get back to where they was the first 2 games of the season.
Yeah,
Nas, let
EJ,
me
let me
hear
ask
from
that
you.
question. Let me ask that question you just brought up out there. Okay, as far as defensively, let me tell you something. That one game do not tell. It's not a tall tale of with how great that defense is. The defense is not a problem. Okay, they just need to get some of these guys back healthy, like Odebo. We have to get Mays. Y'all notice we were 2-0 when Mays was playing. Okay, we got
Yeah.
Mays. Mays is about to come back. Okay, I think Mays come back to next game. What? Yeah, because it was a 3-game suspension.
Well, he got one more game to serve his suspension.
Yeah, one more game, which is what, next week, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. So and then if y'all was looking for the little quarterback to come back, that quarterback come back in 2 more games too. So at the end of the day, we're getting us back as a whole. We're gonna get guys back. The Saints. I want to see Carl Grandison. I want to see Carl Grandison pin back and sack him and Cam Jordan and get
Mhm.
Mac Jones. Get that pressure on Mac Jones today. Cause him because to be honest with you, they just as worse or probably worse than us on offense. Okay, so and they don't have a Pete Carmichael. Okay, so they
Yeah,
just as bad.
like I said, their problem is they don't have the weapons that we
They don't
have.
have weapons at all
So
as far as
I
wide
mean,
receiver.
right. So that's what I'm saying. If this is a favorable matchup for the defense. And I think Adebo is active today, so that's a great thing. You got your top, corner opposite of Marshawn Lattimore. I don't think y'all realize, how much we missed Adebo. And not to even take no shot at Yadam, because I think Yadam played,
Oh, he
really
played
well,
good, man. Y'all done
due
played
to
good.
his circumstances.
To his
Like
circumstance, yeah.
he played really well. But I still want Adebo out there at the end of the day. I really think Adebo plays that effect on that defense. You don't see teams testing Debo like that, like they did Yadam. They know Yadam is young and haven't had much playing time, so they've been testing Yadam a lot. And you can only go ahead and defend so much. And it was up to Dennis Allen to help yacht them out. Put a safety over the top. Don't have them just on an island like that. You know, but like I said, Yadam's played well. In Adebo's absence, but it's good to have him back. You know, Nas, I wanted to hear from you, Nas, to see what your thoughts was on today. What you're looking for.
Mm, y'all hear me good?
Yeah,
Yep.
we can hear you.
So far, no robot sound. Go ahead.
I want to see this offense like really stretch all the way out. I want to see Michael Thomas get the ball more. I want to see Shaheed get the ball more. Like I want to see some creativity with those three. Anytime you got Olave and Shaheed covered up, throw the ball to Mike. If
Yeah,
Mike and Olave's covered up, get Shaheed. If Mike and Shaheed covered up, go to Olave. You know what I'm saying? Mix it up. You don't constantly just run up Shaheed and Olave and constantly having to use MT as a decoy, as a safety bomb, just to protect the offense. I'm like, no, that's what Mike is there for. Mike is the guy.
it's a great point.
That's what you got to do. You got to feed him the ball.
Great point.
Great
Mike is
person.
healthy now.
Mike is healthy now.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yep.
look, we talked about that, Nas. We talked about a lot of Saints fans was wondering, and that's one of the spots of this season. Okay, last year we only had Mike for that one game. He got hurt against Carolina, and Mike was gone for the season.
Yeah,
I mean, let's be honest, y'all. We got Mike, and we going into week 5,
yeah.
and let's that's pause for celebration.
That's a blessing
We're
right
getting
there.
something out of Michael Thomas, y'all. So,
Yeah.
and one of the things I want to see us let's feed Mike, like he said, feed Mike the ball, and I want to see some tight end action today. Go ahead, Larry.
Mm-hmm.
That's just what I about to say, because I noticed from last year to this year, especially the early part of last year, we're not using our tight ends.
No tight
Jawan,
ends.
Jawan Johnson didn't start getting balls until the end of the season. So just imagine if he could have been getting them same balls all through the season, he would have been a Pro Bowl tight end, probably the top 3 tight ends in the league. We're not
Absolutely.
using our tight ends. We um Jawan Johnson is out, but we still got Foster Moreau. We still got Jimmy Graham.
That's what
Yeah.
you got the depth
We,
for, huh,
we
Larry?
still
That
decent.
this is what you got. This is what you paying for Moreau. This is what you got Jimmy Graham. Jimmy Graham should be more of a guy at that goal line. We gotta start. There's nowhere in the world you got a 6'7" guy. He proved when Derek Carr before Derek Carr got injured that first game, and he was up. Look how easy he caught the ball right at the goal line. There's nowhere in the world Pete Carmichael should not draw plays for Jimmy Graham at the goal line. We should be number one in the NFL at the goal line with the as far as Michael
Yeah.
Thomas having the height of Michael Thomas, having the
Yeah.
height of Foster Moreau, having the height of Jimmy Graham. All these guys that we got, we should be number one in the
Man,
red zone.
we should be licking our chops every time we get into that red zone, especially on goal line situations, because we got too many weapons out there that can get you 1 yard and a touchdown. I'm gonna tell you that right now. Michael Thomas, Jimmy Graham, Juwan Johnson, Foster Moreau, even Olave, loggone, Kamara at the
Even
1 yard
Taysom
line,
Hill.
Jamal Williams, Taysom Hill. It's too many
Too
options
many
out there for them.
options.
Come on now, you can't tell me that you
Keith
can't get in the
Kirkwood.
end zone.
Keith
Keith
Kirkwood.
Kirkwood.
Kirkwood,
And we
like,
sleep on Keith Kirkwood. But
right,
but he
right,
gets open. He gets open. He finds a way to get
right.
open at the goal line. And we did that the first game of the we were finding a way to get guys open. One thing about Drew Brees never keyed on one guy, and that's something that Derek Carr has not been doing. He's have not been looking around. You have to be able to spread this football to be effective in this offense. You
Yeah.
cannot be leaning on Chris Olave and Shaheed, just speed guys. You gotta look
Let
at
me
the
say
check
this,
down.
y'all, too, about Chris Olave, y'all, because he said something in an interview during this week, and he acknowledged that, hey, he got frustrated during the game
Yeah,
and everything,
and he
and when it,
deserved to.
and his homeboys was getting on him, telling him that's not the right way to go.
Mike Thomas did it.
Look, I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm gonna tell y'all, Chris Olave. Look, he he's gonna be one of the best receivers in this NFL in the NFL, man. But if not, right now, I believe he is. Okay, but I'm gonna tell you, I did not like the fact that he let him not getting the ball last week get to him. Keep playing the damn game, man. Don't sit there and run half-ass
Yes,
routes
yes.
out there. Okay, Lord God, we need you out there. Okay, even if it's at a decoy, as a decoy, we need you at
And
your
that's what
best.
that's what great wide receivers do. They
Right,
become decoys. There's nothing
right,
wrong with not being able to catch the ball sometimes. Make
right.
other people get
Exactly.
off and fire off because of you.
Exactly, man. We know his capability. We know he can be one of the top in the league. He cannot let him not getting the ball get to him. Because that throws everybody off.
We got
Okay,
to
and
feed Alvin today, EJ. We got to get Alvin the football. And one of the things I want Alvin to understand, okay? I understand you were critical. I mean, and I know Saints fans ain't gonna like what I'm gonna say, but let me tell you something, Alvin. I didn't like the way you were vocal. The reason why, and I'm gonna tell you why. Alvin, you were suspended for the first 3 games of the season, and
Mhm.
and it could have been 6, it could have been 8, and at some point you got to hold yourself accountable because we could have used you in the games that you were missed. Okay, we could have established a run game. We could have established some things. Look, you have I believe that he has the right to stand up and call out people, but you got to call at look. I just feel that veterans like that have to hold themselves accountable for the things they do off the field. Okay,
Yeah,
things
yeah,
that you do off the field. So
yeah.
Alvin, today I expect you to have 100 yards today. I expect you to have 50 or 60 yards receiving today. I think we should lean on Alvin Kamara. I think we should lean on the ground game. Even I want to see more from the rookie, y'all. I want to see we didn't draft that guy to sit the bench. We didn't draft that guy to see him sometimes. We
That's
got
true.
Miller. We gotta establish something with Miller as well as Alvin. We can have
That's
the
true.
best 1-2 punch or the best 1-3 punches in the game. And if you ain't gonna get the run game, a run game cannot be effective unless you are willing to run the damn ball.
Yeah.
All running backs are not. They're only as good as the touches. And
Let
Alvin,
me
Alvin should have an easy 100 today.
let me get Derek on here, man. Let me hear from you, man. What you looking forward to, Derek?
Man, I'm looking for them to get into like a fast pace today.
Mm-hmm.
More speed up
Right.
tempo because we thin on the on the O line. They need to play faster. They
Like
don't
you
need
were
to
playing
be.
the second half, huh, Derek?
Yeah, we need to play
Sense of
faster.
urgency.
Yeah, we need to get off to a good start. Plus, it's gonna be kind of chilly out there this morning. They need to play fast and just get don't let up. Don't take their foot off the gas. Don't
Yeah.
worry about the defense. They should turn this into like a NASCAR race. That's what I'm
Yeah.
looking for. Because if you try to play three yards in a cloud of dust, one of them fat boys up front gonna get hurt if you
Yeah.
try to do it that way. And we can't afford. They got to go fast, man. They got to take a book out of these college programs and just go faster, man. Because just sitting around, not getting the momentum in the first, they first drive just it's always sluggish. So
Yeah.
they got to get going, man. They got to get to a fast tempo today, man.
Hey man, that's a great point, Derek. And all going, I ain't gonna lie to you. That's been our problem. We have not been starting fast. It start fast and finish strong, man. You got to come out there strong, man. And I'm telling you right now, that's been part of our problem. And that's you can't get in the groove when you're sitting there, punting on your first drive or punting on your first couple of drives. Okay, sustain the drives. Get a first down. Find a way to get a first down on these third downs, man. And look, P. Carmichael, I don't want to see you log on a 3rd and 2, 3rd and short, sending my receivers down vertical. You don't need to be doing that. Go to the line of game, man. Get you a little slant or something. Give me a curl route. Give me to the line of game. You go deep. You go down the field when it's a down and distance longer. Or when you're on first or second down and you want to go ahead and open up the field, that's when you go deep, man. Okay, it's not that hard. Come on now. Let me
That's
see
what
if
you also got Taysom Hill there for that too. Third and
yeah.
shorts, fourth and shorts.
Yeah, yeah. Go ahead and get the line
We
of
got
game.
Humphrey next. Go ahead, EJ.
Hang on, I gotta kick it to Henry because Henry just hopped up in here. Let me hear from you here.
What's up, fellas? Good morning. Who that?
Good morning.
Barn.
Who that? Who that?
Hey, man. I pointed it out in the group earlier in the week. Last time we played New England at Foxborough, Taysom Hill had himself a game. I think we need to Go ahead and let that boy play his game. I think I agree with all of y'all takes about how we need to start fast and how we need to get people scoring, how we need to use Jimmy Graham and Foster Moreau and all those guys at the goal line. I just want to see us get nasty, man. Get hungry, get greedy, get violent.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? I want the
yeah,
Saints to be the Saints. I don't know what Peter's doing. I don't know what's going on or why we're having the problem we're having. I don't know if it's an internal thing. I don't know if it's a, just I don't know, certain players or people getting tired of each other. I don't know what's going on, but something ain't right.
yeah.
It don't make sense. It doesn't
I
make sense to me. Logical sense. It doesn't make sense why we're not doing what we know we could be doing. Something is not right. I'm telling y'all, like something internal is going on because
All
on
right,
the field it doesn't make
we
sense.
talked about that in the first topic. That's what we talked about.
Yeah, I know. I
And,
know. I was
and they
here.
had breaking news about EJ also said that Adam Schefter reported that if things don't go well after this game, that there will be changes. So I just
Yeah,
wanted
I
to let
know.
you know
I
that, bro.
know. Yeah, no, I know that. That's why I'm saying what I'm saying. I told y'all this 2 weeks ago. Something don't look right. I said something internal is going on. So that's not really news to me because I know that already because I know what I see, what I'm looking at. It's
right,
because it
right,
doesn't make sense.
right.
But anyway, for the game, just come out hungry, come out fast, use Taysom Hill because we got to go by the track record. We got to go by
Mhm.
what works. And what works is Taysom Hill. In a game like this, the way
That's
Bill
true.
Belichick is calling plays, we need to use Taysom Hill. In a game
Right.
like this, we need to use him. I said 10
Y-
to 15 touches. Let him touch the ball, however you want to use him. Just
Excellent
use him.
point. Excellent point.
That's a good point. That's a
Just
good one.
use him.
That's a
Just
good
use
point.
him.
excellent,
And
However,
excellent,
we
excellent
for
point.
I'm
some
not.
reason we've been getting away from Taysom Hill, and I don't know why, but we need to give him the ball, man. He
Man,
ain't
look,
getting
that
them
I
type
don't
of
look.
touches.
I'm gonna tell y'all like this. I ain't never played football as far as high school, whatever, but I know in my eyes see that boy a football player. He a
Yeah,
football player, period. Period.
yeah.
We call him quarterback, whatever. He's a football player. That
Yeah.
boy tough. He brings the
Mhm.
toughness to the team. If you
Mhm.
like him because you white, whatever, I don't give a damn. The
Mhm.
boy is a football player.
Thank
And we
you.
need to use
Yes,
that
sir.
boy. We need to
There you
And
use him.
go.
fans say they want him to be limited to 7 touches. No.
I
If you
said
look
10
at
to
his
15.
overall record, yep, every game. Even Drew said that through his own
10,
mouth.
10, to,
Yeah.
10 to
10,
15
15
touches.
touches every game. Taysom should
Every
get the ball.
game. However,
Giving the
wherever,
I
time.
think
however.
he should throw. I think they should let him throw a little more because
Yep,
A
this is
little bit
going to
more,
be a
yeah.
game he's going to be a
every time he
passer
been
and
throwing the football,
rusher.
Nas, I know you just love him.
Nah, I'm not
But
I'm not saying that to say, well, I'm
Hey,
not,
you
God
know
damn,
that's
I
the
mean we.
number one.
well,
That's the number one Taysom Hill
That is the
fan.
but
We
I'm
number
not,
one
always
but I'm
Taysom
not,
hands
wait,
down.
but I'm not
Taysom.
saying that. I'm not saying that to say let Taysom Hill start. No, I'm talking about like game planning.
No,
We
no,
need
I'm
to
talking about in the game as far
in
as
the
the
game.
planning. We need to let
Yes,
him
hmm
throw the ball more, a little
yes,
more, because they
yes,
yeah.
everybody knows he's gonna run the ball. So
yes,
sometimes
right,
you gotta
right.
use up his arm, the ability to throw the ball, because every time they threw the ball with him, he been completing passes. He
Yes,
threw a
sir.
nice
hmm
pass to Michael Thomas. I think that was
Yes,
last
sir.
week.
And look, I see Michael Thomas out there, man. That man want to play. He want to get his touchdowns. We got to start getting touchdowns, y'all. We can't have the rookie kicker scoring more points than the rest of the team. We got to start getting touchdowns. We got to start getting touchdowns. It don't make
Yep.
sense. We got too
No
much
field
firepower,
goals.
man.
Look, I love that Groupie has been handling his business
Handling
extremely
his
well.
business.
Dank is another
But
person loving Taysom Hill right now.
but it's
He-
but it's time for us to go
No, it
ahead
ain't even
and
about loving Taysom Hill. I want to
No,
see us
no,
win
no.
the game.
He's talking football. He's talking about football, man. He's talking
hey,
about
hey,
game,
that's a great way.
and
That
that is
that
a
was
great way. That look,
Well,
yeah,
thank you, thank. I
people be in
appreciate you,
their
brother.
emotions.
yeah,
People
yeah.
be in their emotions.
You
But
I
hit
we
it on
trying
the
to
appreciate you,
win
head.
thank.
games.
You hit it on the head.
I'm trying to win the game,
We're
bro.
trying to win
This
games.
going to be a game he utilized as a passer and a runner. Because remember what he did last year as a passer and a runner. They couldn't stop the boy.
Pete, you need to wake up, bro. You got too much. You got too much talent on you. That's
They
like
could not
that's
stop
like
that boy.
it don't make sense. You got too much
Pete,
talent.
Pete
It's
better
not
wake
adding
up.
up.
Pete better wake up.
Paul,
You
let
gotta
me
wake up,
let
bro.
Hey,
me
You
bro, I
sleeping on
just,
that
hey,
sideline, Pete. I'm gonna tell you
Paul,
hey,
like
let
bro,
this
me
here,
I
let
Pete.
just
You
wanna,
sleep, bro.
go
I
ahead.
just wanna add this. I just wanna add this, bro. Because I mean, like I
Let me
said again,
mute.
I'm kind of in the background today. But at the same point, let's add this from the start. You remember your Green Bay game when everybody was slipping and sliding? We're also playing in Foxborough that has grass. So if the equipment manager ain't changing them cleats from twos to threes, we gonna be slipping again. So all that starting fast and running the ball and all that shit, it ain't gonna even matter because we gonna be sliding all over the field.
Well,
So,
that's something players got to. Players have to be able to recognize themselves too. They've been in the
well,
NFL long
of
enough to
course.
know about changing cliques.
Okay. Well, that's also what your equipment manager is being paid for. So he's supposed to be out there checking the field as you coming out there, and you
What's
knew that.
going on, Aaron and Andre? What's
You
going on?
know,
I see y'all back
Aaron and
there.
you
Andre in the house.
Yes, sir. Who that, baby?
Good to see y'all, man. Who that, baby?
Go ahead. We
Go ahead,
interrupt
Hawk. We didn't
Humphrey. Go
mean to
ahead, Humphrey.
cut y'all. Go ahead,
Yeah.
Hawk.
Oh,
All right.
okay. All I'm saying is that, bro, this is what your equipment manager gets paid for. To be out there,
That's right.
and you knew that, dog. You can go all the way back to Little League football, bro. We cheated at Punch Train, dog. You know what I'm saying? We wet in the field before the fucking game because we already know. So that's what the whole thing boils down to. You have to have the right cleats, bro. We can move forward, but if your offensive line is sliding, your running backs are sliding on cuts. Your quarterback can't get set. So I mean, and bro, all of that matters, dog. Foxborough is a grass field, and we have to be ready for it. And here's the third little tidbit. It possibly rained out there with that tropical storm out there, so it's probably gonna be wet anyway.
Yeah.
So
That's important.
so
Hey,
Field
Hawk,
conditioning is
that's
important.
very important that you pointed out. Dennis Allen got to let the players know that. I hate mentioning them, but Sean Payton was good with that. He was good with letting them players know, hey, change your cleats so you won't be slipping out there. So doggone Dennis, I'm sure Dennis, at least I'm hoping, he got them boys' mind right and letting them know their equipment straight out there. But Aaron, give me your little thoughts, man, real quick. Before we hit 11:55 here, man, about what you want to see today.
Andre, what you want to see today out of the Saints offense?
I don't know.
He put him on the spot, man. I want to see execution. That's what I want.
Okay.
Execution. I don't want to see 13 passes to Alvin Kamara for 31 yards. I want to see 13 catches by Alvin Kamara for 85 yards and 2 touchdowns. I want to see defense come out and put them in third and long situations. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. I want to see a good football team come out and show us who they really are. And I'm going to keep it as simple as that.
I like that, y'all boys. Hey, it's prediction time. Man. I know y'all love this part of the show, man. I'm going to start with Larry, man. What's your final score, man?
Based on what I've been seeing the last couple of weeks right now,
EJ, did y'all let Aaron speak?
I can't call it.
Yes, you was going in the background.
Okay, go ahead. I missed
man,
it.
I'm the host of this show.
Well,
man.
I missed it. I missed it, son. I missed it.
Hey, man, go ahead, Larry.
Yeah, right now, I can't call it. I can't call it one way or the other based on what I've been seeing.
You can't call it.
Based on what I've been seeing, I can't call it right now. Until I see something better right now, because I don't know who's going to show up today.
Yeah.
We don't know who's going to show up.
Wait. You can't call a score?
Yeah,
I can't call it. Because, see, I gave us 7.
Even if you want to say we're going to lose, I don't care. I mean, we're not in our feelings. You can pick that we can lose.
Yeah, but see, the thing is, like last week, I gave us 17 points.
Yeah.
We on the score now.
Don't give us 17 points. Give us something that you think, look, we can win 13-10. I mean, it is. Look, if you feel we can't score 17 points, say what you feel. It's not, there ain't nobody should get a feeling, get no feelings.
I'm telling you what I feel, and what I feel is.
Like you said, if he don't feel like saying that.
No, I like for him to say what we gonna lose.
Oh man, you can't make a man speak up, man.
I can't call it one way or the other because see, like today is crunch time for Pete Carmichael. So
right.
we might come out there and explode, or we might be a wet firecracker.
Right.
I don't know.
Give me your prediction, man. Give me your prediction, Harry.
Me?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, I'm going 56-17.
What he say?
Saints.
Well, no, I know you just playing.
Man, I'm serious. I think Pete gonna come out firing.
Ooh.
Yeah, but 56 points
56-17.
on the road.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Right.
Let's go.
Let's
go.
go.
Let's go.
Somebody get the
lick
away from that man. That man got too much lick in him.
56-17, baby. Let's go.
Not with that offensive line. I don't think so.
Let me hear the
I,
score, Derek.
I'm going 20, 27-20 in a
Oh, good.
shootout.
That's a good score.
Okay.
27-20.
Hub, give me a score.
Are you muted?
Unmute
You're
myself.
muted. You're muted.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
I can hear you, bro. But you
Go
know, I
ahead.
had to unmute myself. Okay,
Go
but
ahead.
I'm saying maybe 24-18, bro. You know, so
All right.
you know,
All right.
it's not gonna be high scoring again, bro. You know, so I mean, hey, you know, that boy better come out and we better score touchdowns. You know, so you know, so
Nas,
you
give me
know,
one. Give me one, Nas.
Give me 27-13.
Okay. Every 504, give me one.
35-24.
All right.
That's what I'm talking about.
Aaron Underwood, give me one.
You know, I've been going 35-42 because I was being hopeful the last couple of weeks. 28-24 Saints.
Man.
Okay. All right.
You like me. You like me. I was like, I was giving us the 35, but I was looking at us giving up at least 24. Because for whatever reason, I just think that Bill Belichick offense is playing horrible as well. Okay, and I just think that us being on the road, being in Foxborough, I just think that I 24 points we giving them. I don't know why. I just keep seeing 24.
Yeah.
I'm going 21-17, y'all. 21-17.
21-17. All right.
That puts them not too high and not too low. I want them to see
Well,
them
then,
get.
but
I want to
EJ,
see them at least get 20
he
points
should get
this game,
fired if
man.
we score 21 points. Okay, go ahead.
I want to see them at least get 20 over 20 points, man. That's all I want to see. And I
A win
think
is a win. A win is a win.
and like I said, I don't think we're gonna be going up in here and blowing out the Patriots. I think the Patriots got something to prove too. But I think we'll pull this one out. 21-17, y'all. Man, but it's getting close to that time. It's getting close to that time, y'all.
8 touchdowns today, baby.
Hold on,
8 touchdowns.
Aaron got a question. Go ahead.
Hey, look, I know I joined in late. That's my bad. Should I start Rashid Shaheed in fantasy football today?
Yeah,
Absolutely.
Yes. He's the guy I think going off today. I think he's going to have.
Start that boy.
You know
Start
what?
that boy, man.
You know what, Aaron? Look,
I'm gonna
go
come
ahead
back
and start.
I'm gonna come back on the post game if you don't put the first up. I'm coming to everybody's house.
Aaron, why not? This would be the team to go ahead and start them against, man.
Yeah, J.C. Jackson is back, y'all. J.C. Jackson, they traded with. Go ahead,
J.C. Jackson ain't scaring nobody. He don't scare me.
You gotta watch out for him though. He knows the system over there in Patriot land, so expect
He got to
him to be really
reevaluate to
good
that
out there.
system.
Yeah,
He got to reevaluate to the system.
Who's coming back and who's not playing? Because somebody last week on the panel said Vita Vea was out. That motherfucker showed this show
was
up.
back. I know. I know somebody told who that was said that, man. They just told the whole.
That's the whole thing. The whole time I was watching last week, I'm like,
that was Humphrey said that. That was Humphrey said that, man.
No.
Vita Vea's out.
Vita Vea was. He was
Larry, take your charge, Larry.
Hey, you didn't change your
Larry ain't
sources.
said.
That was
Larry ain't said that. Larry ain't said that.
Okay, and I'm gonna go ahead on and I'm gonna own up. Yes,
Oh yeah, Matthew Judon and that rookie DB's out this game, fellas.
Yeah.
Hey man,
My bad, Larry.
But the whole thing is.
Hey, hold up. We 1 minute. We 1 minute from game time, y'all. Let me send y'all out with a who that, and I'll see y'all post game. All right, 1, 2, 3. Who
that? And that rookie DB and Judon's out this game.
56 touchdowns. 56 points, baby.